Y'all, it's confession time. Is it ever confession time? I just quickly want to share with you what I did wrong in hopes that you don't fall down that same treacherous path. The deceiver, the accuser, does not love God, which means he does not love God's creation, which means he is doing everything he can to divide man and woman. He knows where we are weak, he knows what buttons to push, because he knows that if man and woman, if we come together in that partnership that God has so designed, and that fellowship and that relationship and that marriage, that we will be a Christian force to be reckoned with. And the deceiver is trying to stop that. He wants to divide us so that man and woman are enemies. And that is not what God has planned for us. So, what do I need to confess? Let me start by reading Genesis chapter 3, verses 2 through 6. And it reads, "The woman said to the serpent, 'From the fruit of the trees of the garden we may eat. But from the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, God has said, you shall not eat from it or touch it, or you will die.' The serpent said to the woman, 'You surely will not die. For God knows that in the day you eat from it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil.' When the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was desirable to make one wise, she took from its fruit and ate. And she gave also to her husband with her, and he ate." And in my New American Standard Bible, the title of chapter 3 is The Fall of Man. So why am I reading that? That's my confession. I did what Eve did. Eve engaged the serpent in conversation. As a result, she sinned. And that was the beginning of the fall of man. I engaged the world in conversation, and what I thought in my mind was defending women against the nonsense that the world is saying about women. I thought in my mind that I was defending myself because the deceiver is able to push certain buttons, and I was taking some things personally as a woman. And in that conversation with the world, because the world is saying some awful, ugly things, trying to divide man and woman so that we are enemies, I sinned because I argued, I raised my voice, I did not respond as a Christian woman should. And this was a hard lesson to learn, but I'm glad that I learned it because it was a great reminder that as a Christian woman, God has already paid the price. He has clearly defined who I am, that I am made in his image, that I am an image bearer, that I matter to God. It does not matter what the deceiver says. It does not matter what the accuser, what the world tries to say about women. I didn't have to defend that. And by doing so, I sinned. Now, I did apologize for my words. I apologize for my behavior because I knew that that wasn't what I should do as a Christian. But I learned a valuable lesson. And I pray that as you are engaged with conversation and dialogue with others, that you are aware of the conversation that you're having. And if it is a conversation that you know is something that the deceiver is trying to trick you, the deceiver is trying to anger you, because at the end of the day, the deceiver is going to walk away, job accomplished. And you're sitting there, like my mom would say, you're the one sitting there looking like a fool. You're the one who will end up sinning. So I learned a valuable lesson. I pray that this is valuable to you as well, to remember there's no need to engage. There is no need to engage. I hope and pray that you do better than me. May God bless you and keep you.